Over the years, I'm seeing an ongoing trend of so many men just waiting for something to happen. As a Christian, I'm seeing it myself. Waiting on the Lord. I'm just waiting on the Lord. Or they're just too passive aggressive just to make anything happen. Fam, let me tell you this, from bro to bro. If you don't take control of your life, you're going to fall behind. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. Like, if you don't take control of your life, you're always going to fall behind. It always makes me question, it always makes me question, how in the world did we get here? Where men are watching PRN, smoking, drinking, doing drugs, laying around all day. Homelessness is all the way up here. Women are just surpassing men. Men are just falling behind. You see so many commentaries on the world over and over and over again. You see so many commentaries on the internet saying this and saying that. So you're probably asking me, right, what's my opinion on this? What does a guy with locks and a beard and a deep voice, who so happens to be a Christian, what do you have to say? Hey man, I'm glad that you asked. I think the reason why men are being so passive and why they're not making anything happen is because nobody showed them the way. They don't have any mentorship. They don't have any leadership. They hung around a bunch of guys who just are always smoking, drinking, and doing nothing with their life, smoking pot, hugging trees, and not making nothing happen. Okay? The truth is this. Yes, I'm all 100% for taking care of your mental health, being more emotionally intelligent. But there just comes times in life where it's just like, okay, I gotta man up. I gotta make something happen. I gotta put my feelings and emotions to the side. I can acknowledge them, but I gotta put them to the side and I gotta go make something happen. I gotta make something happen, not just for me, but because God told me what to do, number one. And number two, this is my purpose. I see so many guys, man, pseudo-intellectuals on the internet, worrying, whining, and complaining, talking about, well, I'm not good looking enough. That's the reason why I'm not successful. Nah, bro, you just don't know how to talk. You're not assertive. You don't make anything happen. There's not an oomph to you. You understand? You don't project your voice. You talk really quiet like this and you don't really say anything. Yeah, bro, ain't nobody gonna respect you like that. People respect, right? This is what people respect. People respect people who make something happen. People respect people who decide, you know what, even though I'm going through trials and tribulations in my life, I'm going to go make something happen. I'm not going to whine. I'm not going to complain. Like, even with this, man, I got an Android. I ain't got no microphone. I ain't got no fancy equipment. I'm not a millionaire or a billionaire, but I have something to say, and I'm going to say it. I'm not going to just wait on the Lord. I'm not just going to wait for the perfect time. I'm not going to do it when I have more energy. Man, listen, that's the problem with so many men today. You're always waiting, 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 and waiting. And guess what happens when you're always waiting and not taking action? What ends up happening is this. You're falling behind in life. Like, I don't care about women graduating from college or making more money, whatever the case may be. I don't really care nothing about that. That doesn't matter to me at all. Like, I'm a grown man. I worry about what I'm going to be doing. Don't you come up to me talking about, oh, so-and-so's doing this, so-and-so's doing that. What are you doing? Making something happen. Running a business. Working full-time. Working part-time. Driving around on Saturdays and Sundays just to promote choosing your freedom. Selling the books on the side. Getting the odd jobs. Trying to get grants, loans, whatever the case may be. Yes, there's trials and tribulations to what I do. And sometimes it sucks. Sometimes I wonder, I'm just like, God dang, man, why can't my life be a lot more easier? But if I just sit down there in that victimhood and just say, dang, man, where my life going with? Why can't my life just be more easier? You want to know the truth? My life is going to continue to fall behind. Fam, let me tell you something, man. If you continue to let your life fall apart, that's what's going to happen. Your life going to fall apart. Like, I'm a firm believer in this, right? If your life is falling apart, get up and go do something about it. Okay? There's no vibes. There's no spirituality with this message. Get up and go do something about it. The state of the man is really sad. You got a lot of guys out here that used to do D1 or D2 or D3, or in high school, there was that dude, there was bro, whatever terminology we're using these days. And now they don't fall out. All these studies, all these research studies and all this other stuff talking about what's happening to men. Men lost their edge. Men lost their grind. That's it. They ain't had nobody holding them accountable. Shoot, they ain't had nobody mentoring them. It ain't that deep. It's not that hard to understand. When you ain't got nobody taking care of you, you ain't got nobody cheering you on, you ain't got nobody telling you to get back up again and rise up from the ashes and reminding you who you really are, yeah, you fall off. That's it. They just fell off. Shoot, every man has some kind of discipline because, we all went to school. We all went to some kind of high school or college or a trade school, so we had the discipline. But life happened. It was grief, right? Losing your girlfriend, losing a job. And ain't nobody ever pulled you to the side and just say, you can bounce back. I see so many people bounce back, man. So many people have bounced back. Ain't nothing wrong with failure. That's our problem. We think that there's something wrong with being a failure. This is something that weightlifting has taught me. I've gone up and I've gone down. I'm not exactly where I need to be, but the truth is this. It's my fault. It ain't nobody else's fault. I sometimes had a problem with letting life get in the way. You know what I'm learning on this journey? Stop letting life get in the way. It's that simple. Stop letting your life get in the way. Take your money and use it as a tool. All because you couldn't lift that heavy weight, that doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means you gotta try again. Lower the weight, work on the reps, then just try again. I think that's the problem with so many men today. They just don't realize, look, listen, if I'm failing in life, if I'm a loser, which I don't really believe in, I don't believe anyone's a loser as long as they keep on trying. But that's the thing about it. A lot of us been forgetting to keep on trying, to keep on going. When the going gets tough, you don't just slow down. You got to pick it back up. Okay? You got to be reevaluating your life. You got to hustle. You also got to rest, but there's just times you got to hustle. I ain't going to tell you, man. And this is what I'm learning. Keep on going. Keep on moving. On the bad days, do what needs to be done and just take time to rest in the Lord. But don't fall behind. That's it. Because I learned what being a man is that you have to be assertive. You have to be aggressive. I don't know what it is in these Christian circles, but they want you to be some freelance hippie. We're talking about vibes, waiting on the Lord, and always being spiritual. Yeah, there's times to wait on the Lord. There's times to pray. Don't mishear me. But at the end of the day, there's also a time to take action. Like, remember Jesus. He preached to people. He didn't just lie around in the grass, not doing nothing, talking about vibes and waiting on the Father. Like, there was times he took action. And this is what I'm seeing. So many men don't have a plan. He wasn't able to advance to the NBA. And since he wasn't able to advance to the NBA, he gave up on life. He gave up in life. He said, my life is over. I can't do this no more. I quit. And then, he's in his 30s, then his 40s, and then his 50s. And then eventually he's homeless. And people are probably asking, what happened in his 30s, his 40s, and his 50s? He didn't take that time to rebrand himself. Because he could have just been a basketball coach. Could have been a personal trainer. Could have been a life coach. There's all these things you can do. All because you didn't make it to the NBA, that don't mean you can quit. That don't mean you can give up. You just got to do something else. And yeah, there's going to be a select few of people who will make fun of you. But at the end of the day, why do you care about a bunch of people and what they saying about you? You got bills to pay. Come on, man. You got bills to pay. What I look like worrying about what somebody else got to say about me on the internet? I got to pay my bills. And that's what happens to a lot of men. What happens to a lot of men is that they fall off because, well, quite frankly, life happens. That's the issue, man. When life is happening, right? You got to understand. You have to comprehend. You have to understand. When life is happening to me, I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to readapt and keep pushing forward. It's like anything in life, man. Anything in life requires rejection. Okay? In order to get into those rooms, everybody had to go through rejection. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, the list goes on and on and on. Everybody got to go through rejection in life. You ain't special. Let me just tell you the truth. You ain't special. Whoever told you you were special Whoever told you that you weren't supposed to get rejected, whoever told you that, whoever told you that, start that over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me and listen to me very carefully, all right? You're not special, okay? Sometimes life sucks, all right? The truth about it is this. You got to pull it up by your bootstraps sometimes and just go make it happen, okay? Nothing wrong with asking for help. Nothing wrong with taking a job that's a little bit, less than for a little while. But just remember, it's just a tool. You use it as a tool to get to where you need to be. I'm going to tell you right now, man, ain't nobody above rejection, okay? Life is a teacher. That's it. Life is a teacher. You got to understand that. Life is a teacher. Life ain't just happening to you. Life ain't just happening to me. Shoot, I've had so many things that have happened with running this business. Car broke down, got a flat tire, lost money, had to gain money, made investments, ended up getting scammed. Did I cry about it? Did I whine about it? No. I took some time. I prayed on it. I vented to a couple of people. I came up with a game plan. And I said, you know what? Here's my plan. I'm going to go forward. And when things are trying to pull me backwards, I'm going to say, I'm going to go forward because my mind, you understand? My mind is going to keep me moving forward. And that's what you got to do. People are going to hate on you. People are going to have a problem with you. People are just not going to like you. But what you got to do is you got to put your faith in God, man. The scripture says to walk by faith and not by sight for a reason. You want to know why it says that? Because the truth is this. This purpose that you are on is bigger than you. It's not about you. Choosing your freedom is not about me. It's not. Life coaching and the recovery coaching, helping out men to battle with addiction and personal development and holding them accountable and being a mentor of sorts, it's not about me. It never has been about me. I'm not special. God is using me as a vessel to make things happen. You understand? That's the reality. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just going to shoot straight from the hip, man. Blunt, no chaser. If you don't get your life together, you're going to be homeless. If you don't get your life together and you keep blaming everybody else, you're going to end up on food stamps for the rest of your life. You're going to end up in that terrible looking apartment. You'll never experience the finer things in life. What you got to do is this. Hold yourself accountable. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is get around people, man. Get around people that can help you. They're not going to embarrass you. They're not going to judge you. That's just your inner thought chatter, okay? Because you've been bullied a lot as a kid, so you think they're going to bully you too. They're not going to do that, bro. They're just not. They're going to want to help you. You got to find the right crowd in alignment with where you're trying to get. You understand? That's what you got to do. And step number 3, man, it should be step number 1, step number 2, but you get what I'm trying to say. Step number 3, put God first. It's going to get hard out here, man. Ain't nothing wrong with crying. Ain't nothing wrong with getting emotional. You just can't let your feelings and emotions get in the way of business. You got to stand on business, okay? Life gonna get hard. Life gonna get tough. One scripture I always meditate on is Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean upon your own understanding. Let's break it down, man. When you trust in God, you won't let your feelings and emotions get in the way. When you lean upon your own understanding, you'll let your feelings and emotions get in the way. Every single time. Look here, man. Sometimes we like to intellectualize things and over-spiritualize things. Sometimes I'm going to tell you the truth, man. The reason why a lot of men, especially a lot of Christian men, aren't ahead in life is because they think too much. They intellectualize the world too much. They're always trying to find the easy way out of life. And sometimes they're just men out here, they just don't understand, man. Life is life. Okay, you got to learn how to adapt. That's it. If you don't know how to make adaptations in life, you will always struggle. So that's all I got for today, man. In summary, I believe that men are passive because they're not active. You got to have a community. You got to hold yourself accountable. You got to learn to be disciplined and continue. Key word here. Continue to put your faith in God. So take care. God bless. Please like, share, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comment section below, man. Deuce.